Minute Monday Motivation. I'm Natasha McCrae. How do you do your self-care? Do you want to know how you can do self-care for 7 minutes a day? A lot of times people ask me the question, how do I do self-care when I don't even have enough time for myself? Over the next few weeks, I'm going to be doing a series, Ask Natasha. This might stick, this might stay, but I would love for you to join in on that. So what that means is I want you to submit your questions. You can go to natashamccrae.com, click on Ask Natasha, submit your questions, and I will answer them here. But today, the question that I am answering is, how do you create a self-care lifestyle in less than 7 minutes a day? Let's dive in. I want you to give me a shout out, give me a hey boo hey if you're listening to the replay. I'm all down for that. I'm going to open this up so I can see if anyone is chatting with me. Make sure that you are sharing this, that you are liking this, because someone needs to hear this. And that's how we touch more lives in this world. My objective in life is to help every woman that I come in contact with, whether it's live or through my voice online, help her design the life that she wants, because I truly do believe you can have it all. Who said you couldn't? And shame on them. All right. How do you do self-care when you don't have any time for yourself? Oftentimes we think of self-care and we think of taking care of ourselves. There's going to require a lot more time. Yes, in the long run, you will add a lot more time into that. I'm not even going front. I'm not going to be like, yeah, you get to do 2 minutes a day for the rest of your life. That's a great start. That is a great start, because I want to speak to the busy woman who is just like overwhelmed. She's like, where do I even fit in? Running around with the kids, doing everything for your children. I remember when I was like that. I was taking my kid to auditions and college auditions, and then off planning for college and shopping for college. And I know a lot of you are getting back to school. School started a couple of weeks ago, but now you're going to be doing everything. You are on that rat race. You have parent teacher conferences. You have things that are going on at work. Your life does not stop simply because you are tired. So let me tell you how that you can implement new strategies and new things into your life that are just going to give you a little bit of relief, that are going to get you off that hamster wheel. And I want you to dedicate 7 minutes. You can do anything in 7 minutes. 7 minutes just happens to be my lucky number, because over the years of all the things that I was doing, I dedicated that time to myself. And over the years, I knew I was so busy, and I found that 7 minutes was the sweet spot for me. Is a sweet spot for me because mentally it made me believe that I could actually do it. Because if I knew I had to do something longer, whether it was like, oh, I got to do an hour, or I have to do 45 minutes, or I have to do, 30 minutes, sometimes I wouldn't even start. And there is a psychologist named BJ Fogg, and he discovered how we respond to doing things in tiny little increments. And so that's what we're doing here, tiny little increments. I'm going to give you some ideas. I want you to be able to say, yo, shit could be hitting the fan. A lot of stuff could be going on around you, but you're going to set your timer for 7 minutes. Whether you are going to do a breathing exercise. I just posted yesterday on Instagram, and I gave all these lists of things that you could try to do with your self-care. And a lot of the ones that I chose to post were the ones that are going to require less time. So set your timer. Quiet your mind for 7 minutes. 7 minutes. You deserve that. If you can't do the 2 hours, like I'm always telling my clients to do, you can start with 7 minutes. And this is going to get your brain into a mindset that you do deserve this. So, breathing exercises. Most of the time, we hold our breath throughout the day. That is just something that we're doing, especially if you are on the grind and you're constantly working, you are not breathing. And breath gives oxygen to your organs. Breath gives oxygen to your brain. So that is one of the most basics of self-care, is to give your body more oxygen, to give your brain more oxygen. More oxygen, less anxiety, more oxygen, less stress, more oxygen, less damage on your organs. But what we do when we go through life is hold your breath. So set the timer, 7 minutes. Breathe life into your life. Set the timer, 7 minutes. Do a brain dump, journaling. Journaling and brain dumping goes such a long way. It goes such a long way. Even if you have children, as long as your children are safe, lock yourself in the bathroom and put a do not disturb on the bathroom door. Do not disturb. If you are at your desk and people are constantly coming to your desk, go sit in your car. Go sit in your car 7 minutes. Take a walk around the building. Get up from your desk, take a walk around the building. You can leave your desk for 7 minutes. You can. Decide you're going to drink extra glasses of water. Just go, chill out as if you're sipping tea. You're going to drink extra water. A lot of times the process of, I don't have enough time for myself. I barely am doing anything for myself. I'm constantly on the hamster wheel. I don't do anything nice for myself. I'm not feeling pleasure. All of those things come from a scarcity mindset. And so with taking that tiny little step, you're reprogramming yourself to start thinking abundantly. If you can give yourself 7 minutes, that's telling yourself, I do have time for me. And don't worry about it. Over time, things are going to add into your life where you feel like you can have more time. Did I say that out? Did I say that right? Over time, when you are doing this 7-minute exercise, what's going to happen is you're telling yourself, I have an abundance of time. I deserve this. And when you do that, you're going to create clarity. You're going to create more space for yourself. So that is the very first step. This is our Ask Natasha series. I want you to come on in here and ask me anything, whether it has to do with love, relationships, your life, your career. Next week, the question that I'm answering, and I will probably start answering 2 to 3 questions, is how do I stay connected to my goals when life seems to get in the way? I know that we are in September and 2022 goals that you wrote in January are probably out the window. So next week, I'm going to be answering that. Turn on notifications, head on over to natashamccrae.com and ask me anything, and I'll make sure that I answer it here on the 7-Minute Monday Motivation. I love you. Have an amazing rest of your week.